Okay, so in this video, I'm going to show you specifically why I did not like making deliveries to grocery stores. But first, I'd like to point out that this is a very realistic truck simulator. In fact, it's so realistic that I actually had to stop playing because I was getting too stressed out and my blood pressure was starting to rise again, just like it does every time I make a delivery to a grocery store in a truck. So yeah, I'm going to show you exactly how difficult it actually is. It's actually every bit as ridiculously hard in this game as it is in real life. But they took out a little bit of the stress because they didn't add the part where the customer actually calls you an idiot and says, "Oh, I didn't know that to become a truck driver, one of the requirements was to be a stupid, incompetent fool." That's just one of the many things customers have said to me while I was trying to make a delivery. Also, I have no idea why there's no sound right now. There was sound when I was recording the video, so unfortunately, you're gonna have to hear my voice throughout this entire video. And no sound, unfortunately. But you will learn a lot about how difficult it is to drive a truck in a grocery store parking lot. Now, specifically, I was driving a family dollar when I was a truck driver. So yeah, here are other things that customers have said to me. While I was trying to park at the store, they would say stuff like, "Is this your first time driving a truck?" or stuff like, well, basically, just look up the word idiot in the dictionary on the thesaurus, and then every single synonym you can find, those, I guarantee you, that's one of the words they have used towards me while I was trying to make a delivery in the store. So yeah, I'm about to make a left turn at this intersection. Making left turns is ridiculously hard in a truck, but it helps when there's a left turn arrow to stop traffic on the oncoming side of the road. That actually comes in handy a lot. So, just waiting for the light to turn green. And it's really frustrating trying to back a truck up at a grocery store while the customers are actually insulting you openly. Like, every time I would get out and look and try to reposition myself and make sure I was doing it correctly, and try to fix whatever errors I made, they would always shout out complaints and insults every time I got out of the truck. Like, what are you doing? Like, I actually once had a driver walk up to my truck. I mean, not a driver, a customer. She actually walked up to my truck and told me, it has never taken anyone anywhere near as long as it's taken you to make this delivery. Like, if anyone else was making this delivery, it would have been there like 30 minutes ago. But it's taking you this long to do it. This is ridiculous. I've even had customers threaten me. They've said, if if you don't hurry up and get this trailer in there, I'm actually going to call your manager and tell you and tell them that you were just sleeping in your truck the whole time and you weren't actually helping anyone unload the trailer. I've also had them say stuff like, I'm going to complain to your manager that you can't back up, and hopefully you'll get you fired. They've said all kinds of stuff threats like that, threatening to complain to my manager about the quality of what I was doing. So this is the grocery store I've arrived at. Now, because I'm a truck driver, obviously I'm going to select the really hard, realistic in this game because I'd be lazy if I didn't. Plus, I'm a truck driver, so it's not like I can't actually do this. Not like I have any doubt that I will eventually get the truck over there. It's just that it's going to be really difficult. About right now, I'm basically just thinking about what I'm supposed to do in order to get the truck over there. Basically, making a plan. Of course, the customers don't understand that it takes a long time to get the truck over to that location. So, of course, they're going to be complaining that it's taking you a long time to get there. So, here's one thing I don't like about the grocery store: parked cars. Like, I need this area in order to make this delivery. Someone insists on parking their car right there, right where you gotta be. Sometimes I've actually had to go to the store, look for the person that owned the car, and ask them to move because they were blocking me from finishing this maneuver. Right now, I'm currently trying to plan in my head what I have to do to get the truck where I need it. And that takes a while sometimes, and because sometimes it can be really difficult and complicated. Okay, I have a plan in my head of basically what I have to do, so I'm going to try that plan. Of course, I'm trying not to hit something. Now, in real life, I'd have to get out of and get out of the truck and actually look at the back of the trailer to see if it's going where I want it to go, and not about to hit something. But when you're making a delivery to these grocery stores, the customers don't understand that you have to get out and look to fully get the full picture of what your truck is doing. So they're obviously going to complain about you getting out of the truck. They're gonna be like, why are you getting out of the truck? It's supposed to be backing up. And even when you explain to them, they still don't get it. Like I would tell them, I need to get out and look to get the better picture of what this trailer is doing to make sure it doesn't hit anything. And they'll be like, why do you have to get out and look just to see where your trailer's at? Don't you have like six mirrors on your truck? And they're like, the mirrors don't help. They do not help at all when backing up. They barely help when you're going forward. But they really don't help when you're going backwards. And that's why they tell you to get out and look when you're backing up. So, right now, I have no idea what's on the left side, what's on the right hand side of the trailer. So of course, I'm gonna have to get out and look multiple times when I'm crossing over. I've actually had to make maneuvers like this when I come to grocery stores. I really hate going to grocery stores in this truck. I always, in fact, from now on, every time I apply for a company, the first thing I ask them, "You're not gonna route me to a grocery store, are you? Please don't." So like if I find out that in any way I will ever have to make a delivery like this, anytime while I'm employed by that company, I will probably not accept the job. So here I need to straighten the truck and the trailer to get it back behind the store. But I can't do that because there's not enough room. So I gotta reset and try again basically. Because if I tried to straighten the trailer, the truck would have hit the curb, then I would have ran over my mud flap, and now I would have one less mud flap on my truck. And that has happened to me on several occasions. I've gone through so many mud flaps throughout the course of the time that I spent as a truck driver, which wasn't really that long, that every week I would have mud flaps stacked on my passenger seat. And when I go to the truck stop, I just have an armful of mud flaps to throw in the dumpster. So now I'm trying again. Because that stupid car is in the way, I had to try yet again in order to get this trailer straightened. Now, at this point, I'm really glad that this game isn't so realistic that the customers actually insult you while you're trying to do this, because they've been giving me so many insults right now. Okay, unfortunately, we're going to have to take up the handicap purposes for a little bit to get this done. Okay, I got the trailer pretty much ready to get it now. I just have to get it behind the store. And of course, I have to worry about hitting these street lights. They insist on putting the street lights right where you have to be. In fact, sometimes I think when they build these stores, the first thing that goes to their mind is, let's see how we can make it as difficult as possible for the person, for the unfortunate soul that is going to have to deliver to the store. Let's put as many obstacles as we can in there. Let's put a tree right in the middle of the parking lot and purposefully make it lower than the height of the truck. So if he ever gets anywhere near it, he's going to hit the tree, and then he's going to have another accident on his record. Let's put a street light right over here so that he can't just turn the steering wheel to the left and straighten the truck with a trailer. He's gonna figure out a whole new maneuver just to get this truck over here without actually, damaging anything. Let's put a street light right there. Let's put the fence over here so that it doesn't have enough room to, stuff like that. Sometimes it seems like they do it on purpose. It just feels that way sometimes. Then I have to worry about hitting that stupid street light because I love putting street lights right where you have to be. Like, would it kill them to put the street light, I don't know, somewhere in the corner or something? Okay, now I got the trailer basically where I need it, but it's not quite where it needs to be. Now, at this point, the customer would be like, "What are you doing?" Like, and they'd be like, "Is this your first time driving a truck? You do know how to drive a truck, don't you?" All kinds of insults like that. they'd be like, okay, I'm gonna have to complain to your manager that it's taking you too long to make this delivery because this is ridiculous. It should not take this long to make this delivery. These are stuff they'd be telling me right now. Now you'll notice how much the driver's arms are moving the steering wheel throughout the course of this maneuver in this game. That's really what it was like for me when trying to make this maneuver. All this turning the steering wheel to the left, to the right, to the left. I was literally sweating at the end of every maneuver like this because of all the turning of the steering wheel I had to do. And there was that stupid street light again. I have to straighten the truck with the trailer. And if only that street light wasn't there, I could have done it. But now I have to do something else and reset and try again because because the street light's in my way. So now I have to start all over again. Now, of course, the manager of the store is going to be yelling at me at this point because they're like, "What are you doing? You were almost there. Now you're completely out of the space here that you need to be. Like, why would you just do that?" Like, they just don't understand that I need to reset because the street light's in the way. So they're like, "Why would you just pull out all the way over there?" So now I almost have it where it needs to be. Not quite. Now it's too far to the left and it's at an angle. Now, this is really frustrating when you're trying to do this. I really did not like doing this when I Enterprises on Family Dollar accounts. I hated this. In fact, several times I actually pleaded to them that they would get me off of this account because I'm like, please, I don't want to do this anymore. Let me leave. But they wouldn't let me for some reason. Not sure why. Ooh, now I gotta worry about hitting the curb. I could lose a bumper if I don't do that correctly. Okay, now it's still too far to the right. At this point, the manager's gonna be like, "What are you doing? Just get it in there!" Like, seriously. Now I'm thinking what to do next. I have no idea what I'm doing at this point. I'm just winging it because I really don't know what I'm doing wrong and what I can do to fix it. Now I'm thinking some more. How can I get this in here? Now I'm probably punching the steering wheel a bunch of times because of how frustrated I am. Okay, maybe fourth time, maybe fifth time's the charm. Oh, it moved an inch to the right this time. So all I have to do is do this for the next 6 hours, and eventually I'll get it in there. Okay, let's try this again. Now I'm using what's called the serpentine method, where I just move forward and turn the steering wheel to the right and to the left as fast as I can and as many times as I can. This usually helps a little bit in moving the trailer a few inches to the left or right. Oh, it got a little bit closer to the right this time. Again, again with the serpentine method. Okay, it's a little bit further to the right, but still not enough. Uh, At this point, I probably used about every swear word that exists in the English language, and maybe even a few in the Japanese language, because I've got to swear in that language too. Almost, not quite. Oh, forgot to put it in reverse. Oh, forgot again. That can happen when you're frustrated. Okay, now it's in reverse. Oh, it looks like I'm about to get it right this time. Almost. Yep, right there. Perfect. Now put it in neutral and apply the parking brake. And well, actually, I never decoupled the trailer. company policy. I had to stay attached to the trailer at all times. I guess for security reasons. And that was just one delivery. Imagine trying to do this 3 times a day, every single day for like 5 or 6 days a week. It got to be too much eventually. Like, if they didn't fire me, I was probably going to end up quitting. So, yeah, hopefully I will never find myself as unfortunate as someone having to make a delivery to a place like that again. Because it is every bit as hard in real life as it was in that game. Okay, that's pretty much all I have to say for now, as far as I can remember. Okay, that's it.